Hello, WC member. This is Kimball Stadler, your Vice President of Communications for this year's WC Board of Directors. What we wanted to do today is give you a brief tutorial on the website where to get the information on calendar events, and then also where you find out about other members, but also most importantly, where you make sure that you know how to build your own profile. So what we wanted to do is make sure you knew how to get to the website. And if you see up at the top here, do you see the first www.wecftl.com? Don't worry about WordPress, just this in the beginning. That'll get you to this website. And you're going to see it'll convert over to something called Group Spaces. That's just the program that we utilize so that we have a nice, pretty looking website. So I just wanted to make sure that you understood the front page here and the home page. As you'll see, many people make the mistake of hitting join the group. If you're on this call, you've already done so you don't need to do anything. What you will notice though is you can sign in here, but there's quite a few ways that you can sign in. So hold that thought. We're going to go through all of this so that you know all the information available to you on the site. So as you can see in the middle here, which many people unfortunately don't read, I would challenge you please to read this, because it does give you an idea of who we're looking to bring to WEC, and then also more importantly is who we are not looking for right now, because we have the problem right now that our categories, the 6 categories that you see here, are already represented and totally filled. And that actually is, there is an equation for that in our bylaws. It does stipulate that based on how many members that you have is equal to the number of people in each category. And right now we have 90 members, so there can't be more than 8 or 9 people in the professions. And we have quite a few people represented, so these professions already are at that max level. So that's the magic ticket on that. Here's what we want to make sure that we show you too is any time that you see this button over here, which is the next event, it's underlined. You can click on it. We'll do that in just a moment, but that's your next event that's coming up. But for those of you that want to see the events at a glance, there's a calendar here. But again, as we were saying before, there's always a way that you can see a little bit more by using these navigational bars, this navigation bar up top. So what we're going to do, first and foremost, since you've got a little bit of a smattering of what's on the home page, we're going to have you go to the member page. Now here's what gives everybody the most angst, and I don't know why, so bear with me. Kimball, I'm putting in my email address. And this, what's really important is the email address that we're already recognizing on the website is what you need to put in. And that way the computer says, aha, there's a match, I'll let you in. So if you're coming from you're putting in a personal email address, but you've signed in with your business email address when you originally came to us, you're going to need to know what email address is recognized. If you don't know that, look at the invites that you receive, look at the newsletter that you receive, what email did it come to, and that's the one that we're recognizing. Now, here's for most of you that are new members, you may not know which password is if this is the first time signing in. So you see this button over here, it says forgot password. Just pretend you forgot the password. There's no button that says I don't know my password. So hit forgot password, and what it's going to do is allow you a chance to reset your password, and that information is of course going to go to the email address that we're recognizing up here. So because I know my password, I'm going to put it in and simply hit sign in. Now what I get to see is a little bit more than what you all get to see, but you will see all of this. It shows 147 members in our club. That's just because the group spaces which we utilize for this software program, everybody is a member, but there's different levels of membership. So as you can see right now, we have 91 active members, but we also have 31 prospective members. Our board is also in this active number, and then we have some other categories which you really don't have to worry about. So for today's webinar, I just wanted to be sure, today's recording, I just wanted to be sure that you knew you could actually, here's why it's important to put your face in here. I may not remember your name, but I'm going to remember your face. So be sure that you have your information in here, and your profile and all your profile information. But at this point, you're probably saying, well, how do I do that? Type your name in here and your search. You can just type your first name. Once that comes up, you're going to click on it. And you see this little button that says Edit Profile. That's where, I've already done mine, obviously, but if you haven't, that's where you click and Edit Profile, and you can put all your information in here. Again, you can change your email address for this group if you wish. You put all your information, you upload your photo, funny photo, serious photo, whatever you want to do. But all your contact information should be in there as well. And there's a lot of information. It'll also tell you over on the right-hand side here if that information is public or not, and you can choose it not to be public if you wish. But again, the more information that you have in here, the more that we can connect with you, and the more other members can connect with you as well. So let's just pretend that we've done all of this and it's all up to date. Let me just scroll down at the bottom here and hit Save. So all that information is currently now saved. I'm going to back up a screen. That's really, honestly, I just want to make sure that you know you got to upload your photo. Otherwise, I'm going to put Wonder Woman on that, and we'll talk about that at the next meeting when you're there. So all we wanted to do is make sure that you had that information at the ready. We're going to go back now to the main home page. And once again, the second tab, you're going to see Calendar. So we've given you a few places to RSVP and do what you need to do on the right-hand side here, but you can also just stay here with the nav bar and this little button that says Calendar. So I just want to show you, because again, a lot of people have some questions on the calendar. Anything that you see on this calendar is a WEC event. We don't have any other events on here that are not WEC or sponsored events. As you can see, PACE is our organization that we officially have adopted for the WEC, and so therefore they make the calendar. But you can also put some information of your own. It just won't make it to this main WC calendar. So here's what we want to do. Canon circles, I'm going to show you this because also some of our members have had a question. So if you're a new member, if you're an existing member, you know this, but if you're a new member, please note it says attendees. This is a member-only event. So just pay really close attention. We don't want you to have a guest that's embarrassed because they didn't know they couldn't come. And we don't want you to be embarrassed that you brought someone in. And really, there are member-only events, and Canon Circles are one. So this was a great event. If you weren't there, I'm sorry. You missed a really wonderful event and a great sunset. But here's what we want to do is just to show the luncheon and how you would do this. We're going to go ahead and click on the luncheon. We have a very interesting author this month, and we can't wait to hear about a dangerous woman, which I know we all are. Okay, so here's what we need to do. There are 3 choices in which you can respond to a luncheon. There's a guest that pays online, $30. There's a guest that pays for the door, which is also $30. Notice it's not free. There's just no zero button we could put in there. And then also if you're a member, you're free because it's included in your fees, and that's what we're just going to show you an example of right now. You do have to hit buy ticket. And if you get this little message up at the top, it means it's already recognized that you've bought a ticket. So don't do it again. But if you don't get this message, continue on with processing your ticket for the event. So provide your first name and last name. Really basic essentials, especially if I can type. You get the idea. If you are a guest, who invited you? Ladies, if you're not a guest, leave it blank. See this little red button? That means it's mandatory. This is not mandatory. Your menu selection, if you'd like to eat, be sure that you click either one of these buttons so that you can put your menu selection in. And then honestly, all you have to do is hit continue. Since I already registered, I'm going to bypass this, but once continue pops up here, it's going to say review everything and then confirm. And once you hit confirm, you'll get an immediate email to this address, and they'll go ahead and you'll be able to go ahead and print that out and bring it with you. So that is really as basic as it gets for the luncheon. Something else I just wanted to show you real quickly would be the news. So if there's an event coming up, you have a daughter, son, son-in-law, whomever, a family event, a networking event, something that you'd like to tell the ladies about, you can submit to news at wecftl.com, and that'll come right to Susan Kingsley, who does a wonderful job in making sure that everybody knows what's going on. So anything that you want to know about the Bookie Club, which is also, ladies, it is a member-only event. So be sure that that you remember that as well. But anything that you want going on or have going on, scholarships that we've awarded, you can find this under news. So we wanted to keep this really basic, make sure that you knew everything that we had available at your fingertips on the website. And we welcome you to WEC. And for those existing members reading this, I encourage you to play around with this. Go in and see, like the little jokes that we do, and let's see if you're reading out there. So this is Kimball Stadler, and we're signing off with your introduction to the WEC website. And thanks again for being a member.